Happy Friday. Is it Friday? What? If you happen to have 2 blocks, great. If not, grab a pillow or a towel. And I'm going to give you an option there. So we're going to start with a chest opener on a gray day. So don't stress if we don't have any blocks. I'll do it with a blanket so you can see kind of how to get into the same pose that we're going to do here. Ja? And Miss Ariana is at the front desk. If there's any technical difficulties or sound stuff, let her know. And yeah, she'll take care of it. Okay, we're going to start with the chest opener today. Hi, happy Friday. Nice to see y'all. Okay. This is ideally how I'd like your blocks to be set up. So at the back of the room. Yeah. And if you don't have 2 blocks at home, then I'll give you another variation in a moment once everybody's kind of settled. So head and spine. So this week has been very much about spine. Don't lie down quite yet. It'll take a little bit to set it up. And because these blocks sometimes are very tight, or not tight, they're hard, you're gonna take a blanket and lay it on top like so. If you're like, I really want some pressure point work today, then open it up so it's not as thick. Now, the trick is to coming in. The shoulder blades are gonna go on either side of this first block, right? And this edge is right at your shoulder blade tip. Okay? This is for the back of your skull. So the idea is we want to come in consciously. So feet on the ground. If you're at home and you don't have blocks, I just want you to have a pillow there, right? Just a pillow or a blanket to go underneath the shoulder blades. It's going to be the exact same thing. If you want support for the head, you can have 2 pillows or 2 blankets. So just take a moment. We're going to arrive together. Start to listen to your breath. And just take a moment to appreciate whatever brought you here today. Right? Sometimes just arriving is the hardest thing. And the breath is going to just set up our intention for practice today. Now, a lot of times when we think of heart openers, we think of the chest, right? But the heart is on the back. So think of opening the back of the heart as you just breathe here. And the head is relaxed. And we're breathing along the spine. This is the danda, the staff of our body, the Sushumna channel, the channel which holds all of our awareness, our connection, not only of this life, but our ancestral life, the information we've learned from our teachers in this life. So we want to make sure that pathway is open so we're not gripping and holding where we shouldn't be. And the information and energy is always flowing like it should. Take a nice deep inhale. Hold at the top. Gently exhale slowly through the mouth. Now from here, if you don't land in the perfect spot, don't stress. But I want you to bring your hands behind you, right? So on either side of the blanket, the blocks. And you're going to push the hands into the ground to start to lift the chest up. And don't rush into this either. Right now, we're starting to get the shape that we want the blocks to support, right? So this chest opener. Chin stays into the chest. And you'll slowly shift your hips forward, bend your elbows towards the back of the room, and you're going to find that first edge of the block. Once you find the first edge of the block, come all the way down onto your elbows. Press down through the elbows. We're still bowing the spine, and you'll find right between the shoulder blade tips. Like I said, you may not land perfectly. That center block or that first block is going to support the spine. And then the head will come back, and the second block will support the head. So you can take your hands underneath the blanket and you can move the block around. Now, if at home you only have one block, you can use the block underneath the spine and a towel for your head. From here, feet stay on the ground, and I want you to reach the arms towards the back of the room and take a couple deep breaths. Please let me know if this is very uncomfortable, like sharp, intense pain in your back. Or if you're like, I don't feel like my blocks are in the right spot, right? Good. And then once you've reached one more breath, exhale, just bring the hands down by your side and let the blocks do the work. It's like, I don't want to work. So I do want just a slight opening in the throat. And we all have different shapes of spine here. The idea is chest is open, throat is slightly open, so you can kind of breathe in a little deeper. Just be here. Now, if your back feels good, you can slide your legs straight out along the floor. See how that feels. If they get out there and all of a sudden it's like way too much, then just bend the knees and come back to where you were. Now just be in your breath. You're just going to be here about 2 more minutes. And yeah, it's a restorative shape, but we want to still keep action in the legs. But without doing anything, without moving dynamically, we're inviting more oxygen into the lower portion of the lungs. With more oxygen comes more light, comes more energy, comes more circulation. And just be open to what you need today. Be open to what this practice means for you. Be open to inviting space, wisdom into your cells and your tissues. Be open to living whole from your heart. Be open to being fully in your body and steadying your mind. Just about 1 more minute. I'm going to be quiet and you breathe. You breathe your intention. You breathe into your space. From here, connect back to your breath If the legs are out long, you're going to bend the knees. Open up the eyes, just take in the roof. Awareness back into the room. And you're going to lift up off the blocks. I want you to roll to the right side, but you have to lift a little bit. So pushing that right elbow down, pushing into the left fingertips. Don't worry about where the blocks are. Just curl that right arm underneath the head. And now I want you to breathe, because there are some pressure points right between the shoulder blades. I want you to breathe there. Send the oxygen, send the kind of new blood cells into that area as you lay on the right side. You were in the zone, that's okay. And we're going to slowly use our left hand, push ourselves up to seated. So fold your blankets up, take your blocks to the top of the mat. And slowly come to table. Now we're going to bring some dynamic flow into that area where we just worked, but first fingertip spread. Inhale, pull your chest forward. Cow pose. Exhale, round the spine back, cat. Follow your breath. At least 5 more cycles. Right, back and forth. This pose is done often because it should be. You are feeding the natural articulation of the spine. And over years, we stiffen. Like, it's just natural. As you get older, you get stiffer. Days like this sometimes makes us stiffer. Right? So we want to keep that energy of the flow. And it's not fully raining today, but we want to kind of jive off the moisture in the air. At the same time, create the light within. And that's what this practice is, its gift. It's balancing the nature around us with the nature within, so we can live in our most healthy container. One more round. Good, exhale. Big toes come together. You're gonna round back to your child's pose, but we're gonna keep it active. I want you to reach your fingertips forward. And I want you to come up onto your fingertips and look at them. So from here, kind of play in your arms for a minute. Like, what are your down dog arms? Feel it as if you squeeze the shoulders together. And then what happens if you kind of wrap the upper arms down and straighten your arms a little bit? Where do you feel it in the shoulders? And don't ever be afraid to kind of explore in a shape. That's how we get our intelligence into our body, right? Is through experience. So from here, I want you to slide the fingertips out as though you're trying to make a suction cup with your palms. Upper arms hug in. You're going to pull your chest forward, curl your toes under, take your first down dog. Now, we haven't done any leg stuff, but we're going to get pretty deep into the legs in a moment. So just both knees bend. Just work in the upper body for the first 5 breaths. Right? Really find that length through the spine. And then the right heel will go closer to the floor than the left. Left knee can bend even a little bit. And then switch. The hamstrings feel tight. What do? We gotta make space. Maybe the feet go a little wider. Maybe you work with the knees slightly bent today, and that's not bad. Just staying more into the quads, right? Just because you're not working hard in one area doesn't mean you're not getting kind of fit in another. Now press both thighs back. Right leg's gonna lift. Exhale, step your right foot forward. Left knee comes down, rise low lunge. Okay. So we're gonna play with a very classic variation of a namaskar today, or a salutation. So I want you to allow the pelvis to drop forward. Feel as though you're trying to drag the right heel back. Now, I want you to make sure that your knee feels okay, right? And this is, we can do a little deeper in the lunge because that back knee is down. Breathe, shoulders draw away from the ears, start to feel the heart open. And the last little caveat, see if you can feel like you're dragging that left knee forward. One more full breath. Good, exhale, hands come down, just pull the right knee back. You're gonna roll on up, palms come together. Press the tops of the feet down. I want you to lean back, keep the spine really long, pull forward. Lean back, pull forward. So there's no back bending happening here. Low belly draws in. The hinge is coming from the knees. Press your shins down if you need. Yeah, you can do like Chris and just put the blanket underneath your knees, right? We always want to protect our knees. 2 more. Good, bring it back up. Hands come to the ground. Claw the fingertips, slowly. Push it back to down dog. Feel the upper arms wrap in, and that's your chaturanga work, right? Tricep to bicep. You can do it in almost every kind of pose that the foundation is the hands without doing the actual chaturanga. Left leg will lift. Take a nice deep inhale. Step the left foot forward. Bring the right knee down, rise. So weight is in the left heel. Let the hips sink forward a little. Feel as though you're trying to drag that left foot back and drag the right knee forward. Breathe. Not so concerned about the arms this round. We'll get in there. I just want you to focus on the legs. Yeah, sink 1 more inch deeper. Yeah. Good, hands come down. Pull the left knee back. 7 upward core work. So they're just like core planks. Press your shins down. If you're like leaning back like this, you're robbing yourself of the work, right? So we're strengthening through the quadriceps, through the abdomen, through the low back. 3. Last one. Good. Exhale. Hands come down. So I'm going to invite you to work your triceps here. Wrap the arms in, keep your elbows slightly bent. Okay. Curl your toes under, push back. Then take the arms towards straight. So you're setting up the bones before you lock your elbows. Okay. You're setting up the engagement of the muscles before you go into a lock shape. Okay. Spread through the fingers. Make sure your hands are at least shoulder width apart. Right? Err on the side of more space than not enough space. Yes. Good. Then inhale, look up to the top of your mat. End of your exhale, you're going to step or hop your feet forward. Feet hip bone distance apart, forward fold. Bend your knees slightly. Slowly roll on up. Arms are going to reach all the way up to the sky. Utthita Hasta Uttanasana. Extended mountain pose. Press down through the feet. Good. Hands are going to come to the low back. Everybody's going to play with this first variation. You're going to make fists on either side of your sacrum. Thumbs are going to point up. You're going to press down gently into the low back, like you're lengthening your low back and lifting the upper back away from it. Start to feel the chest open up. Pelvis will come forward slightly. Knees are not locked. Elbows draw together. Right? Just for this variation, keep the chin towards the chest. If it feels really good, you can take it back, but make sure your neck's okay with that. Take one more full breath. Good. Lift from the heart. Exhale, forward fold. Drag your hands down your hamstrings. It's like you're inviting the back of the legs to open and the chest to come closer. It's sacred. Inhale, halfway up. Bend the knees. Left foot's gonna go towards the back of the mat. Whoop. Left knee comes down. Inhale, rise. Open up the chest. Exhale, hands come to the inside of your left foot. Curl the right foot, curl your left toes under, and exhale, wide leg stance. Shimmy from left to right, Skandasana. Okay, so just shimmy from left to right. Don't hold this round. I lost my thing. Left toes will slightly turn out. Bend your left knee. Right leg goes straight. Did I get it right? Yeah, good. Reach your left arm up to the sky. Open up through your chest. Other left or right arm up to the sky. Thank you. Exhale, shift to the top of your mat. Plant your palms. Pull it back. Down dog. Lift your heels. Knees will come to the floor. Walk your hands forward. Bow the head to the earth. Anahata Asana, half dog. Find a pulse here. So this is your cat-cow, but we switch the breath. As you inhale, you're gonna push the spine up to the sky. As you exhale, gaze towards the front of the room, chest melts to the floor. Looking for a wave. If you don't feel it physically, you wanna bring it in through the breath. And then you're gonna look forward. Bring the elbows and forearms to the ground. Shoulders right over the elbows. Walk the knees back. Half forearm plank, breathe. So your tailbone you want in line with the back of the heart. A lot of times in this half forearm plank, we round through the upper back. See if you can really take the chest forward. Keep gaze between the thumbs. One more full breath. Exhale, hips come down, heart left, Sphinx pose. We're gonna just play with Sphinx today. So your right leg's gonna lift, and you're gonna extend. Left leg's gonna lift, and you're gonna extend. And then I want you to pull the floor back. So your fingertips are trying to drag the floor back. Start to open up through your chest. Breathe, just stay here for 3. I want you to feel a lot of engagement in the back. And make sure all 5 of your toenails are pressing down. It's a good place to see if you can get the pinky toenail into the floor, right? Because that's gonna open up through your sacrum. One more full breath. Good, so here's some fun work for you today. From here, you're gonna press, lift on up, seal. Exhale, lower. Inhale, press, seal. Exhale, lower. If it feels like a lot, don't come up too much, but start to get active in the tricep and bicep. Just 3 more. Inhale. Upper arms hug in. Exhale, lower. Keep the legs active. Inhale, lower. Good, one more lift. And then we lower for transition. Elbows slide out, hands slide back. Elbows slide in. There you go. Push it back to down dog. Be conscious if you lift through your thighs or your back. Like, how do you transition to those poses? Left leg's gonna lift. Step your left foot forward. Right knee comes down, low lunge. Palms turn towards each other. It's a down dog arm. It's just different because we're upright. Big breath in. Exhale, hands to the inside of the left foot. Curl your right toes under, lift your right knee up. Wide leg stance. This time go back and forth a couple of times, facing the right side of the room. Now, before we hold, I'm going to ask you to just pay attention to what muscles are getting you from left to right. Are they the hands, the hips, the inner thighs, or the feet? They all have a role to play, but which group of muscles are you using mostly in your body? Good. From here, the right toes will turn out, the right knee bends. We're going to come into that hold. I know, it's left, right, left, right. Right hand down, left arm up, open up the chest. Breathe. Good, exhale, left hand comes down, take it to the top of the mat. We're gonna close. So you're gonna look forward, step your right foot to meet your left. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Roll on up. Arms continue to reach up, push through the feet, kneecaps left. Big breath in. Exhale, fists can come to the low back, or if the wrists are open to it, fingertips point up. Big breath in, lifting up the chest. The upper back moves away from the lower back. Heart open. Take the back bend to where the breath is still active. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come down the back of the thighs to allow you to gracefully invite them to open. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, hands come down, right foot steps back, low lunge, rise. I'm gonna add on here. So from here, hands come behind the back, interlace the finger, open up the chest. Hips go forward, knuckles go towards that right heel. Take a nice deep breath in. Good, arms float up. Hands come to the inside of the left foot. Curl the back toes under, lift the knee, straight into Skandasana. Right knee is bent, left leg straight, open up, the left arm up to the sky. Good, one more full breath here. Exhale, bring the hands back to the top of the mat, pivot the feet so you're facing forward. Right hand stays on the ground, toes pivot to the left. So you're coming to the pinky edge of the right foot, and then reach the left arm up. You got it, there you go. Breathe. One more full breath. Exhale, hand comes down. Step that left foot back, down dog. Knees come down. Little different this time. You're gonna pull your chest forward, lift both feet, draw the elbows back. Open up the chest, point the toes, lift the heart. Exhale, take it back to down dog. Down dog is your home. Come back to the moment of breath to make sure that there is this dancing relationship between the body and the mind. They're not fighting each other. Like lovers, they'll get into arguments, but they figure it out. Right leg's gonna lift. Exhale, step your right foot forward. The power of love. Bring your left knee down, rise, low lunge. Hands come behind the back, interlace the fingers the opposite way. So it's putting the opposite thumb on top. Open up your chest. The power of love is here now. The power of now is here now. The power Arms float up. Hands to the inside of your right foot. Curl the left toes under, Skandasana. Left knee is bent, right leg is straight. Right arm lifts, open up your chest. Bring it back to center. Square the hips to the top of your mat. You can keep the left hand down, right? So if your foot doesn't like this, right? But it's really good for our ankle. So you're rotating on the right heel and the ball of the left foot. Okay? If you can't do both, don't. Just work on that front one. Okay? Open up the chest. Exhale, bring it back to center. Look forward, step forward. Forward fold. Gently roll on up. Arms are going to reach up. Open up the chest. Exhale, hands come to the heart. Just pause. Pause for your cause. Pause for your breath. So we're going to take that into a flow. Right? And the idea is I want you to repeat it so you're not doing it with your brain. Right? That you're going to, it's a flow. It's meant to kind of cleanse the body. So Skandasana, when you come from the lunge, ground the foot. Keep that back foot grounded, right? So there's lots of variations, but just only go as far as that back foot will go. If the hand doesn't want to come down, lift up, press it into the thigh, right? But this back knee is ground, or back knee is opening, and back foot, heel is down, right? When you come forward, you can bring the knee down. Open up the twist, right? So you're getting in the hip. You ready? I'll guide you, but we're gonna do it so it's like, instead of you thinking about where we're going, your body is actually starting to feel the flow. And I'm gonna do the more grounded variation. All right, so feet hip bone distance apart. Trust your breath to guide your body safely. Right? Inhale, hands will come to the low back, lift through the chest. Open up. Exhale, forward fold. Hands come down to recognize the legs, the heart. Lift, extend the chest forward. Bend the knees. Left foot goes back. Knee comes down. Big breath in. Rise through the arms. Exhale, elbows squeeze back. Hands interlace. Lift the chest again. Arms go up. Chest to the in, or hands to the inside of the right foot. Left knee lifts. Turn the left toes out. Skandasana. Left hand down, right arm up. Open. Exhale. Bring it back to the top of the mat. Left hand grounds. You can bring that left knee down to twist. Look over your right. Bring the body back to center. Hands plant. Pull it back to down dog. Just take a breath to recalibrate in down dog. Lift your heels high, knees come down, you're in cat. From here, you're gonna go into cow, lift your chest forward, bend the knees, bring your chest between your arms, and then pull the shoulders back. Exhale, take it back to down dog. Right leg's gonna lift, or sorry, left leg's gonna lift. Step your left foot forward, right knee comes down. Rise through the arms, circle them. Chest is now open. The hands is just this added bonus for the shoulders. Arms go up, hands come down. Shift, using the inner thighs, stay low to the ground. Right? Your right knee is bent. Open up the chest, left arm goes up. Bring it back to the top of the mat for the twist. Right hand plants. Right knee down if you'd like, otherwise, turning the toes to the left. Good, bring it back. Look forward, step forward, fold. Slowly roll on up. Arms go up. One more round. Less my voice, more your breath. Exhale, hands come to the low back. Last upright back bend, open up. Exhale, fold. Good. Right leg goes back, knee comes down, rise through the arms. Exhale, open the chest, hands interlace, or you can bring the hands to the low back. Big breath in. Good. Inhale, arms go up first. Exhale, hands to the inside. Curl the right toes under, make your shift, Skandasana. Plant the right hand, open your chest. Yes. Be the practice. Shift towards the front of the mat. Do your variation of the twist. Good, bring it back. Down dog. Collect your energy. Okay? Just be here, 1 to 2 breaths. Just so you can be fully in the flow. When you're ready, the heels lift, knees bend, round into cat, and then shift the chest forward as the heels come towards the back of your head. Upper arms back, exhale, pull the navel back. It's like someone's got a string, pulling your belly button straight back to down dog. Beautiful. Right leg left. Step the right foot forward. Low lunge. Interlace the hands behind the back. Hands go up, and then exhale down. Curl the toes under, Skandasana. Left knee bends, open up the chest. Not wrong. It's all good, right? You gotta honor, maybe you end up in a pose because you need that pose more, right? Last little twist. Good, hand comes down. Step to the top of your mat. Roll on up. Just turn your palms up in front of your chest. Let your eyelids be heavy or closed. Just breathe. Feel the innate intelligence in your cells, the energy that pulses. hard to live wrong when we're in our body fully. And let's bring it all together. Okay, open your eyes. Big toes are going to come together. Thumbs are going to go to your hip crease. I want you to it's like your thumbs are trying to push your bum back and your chest forward. It's like you got chicken wings. You're going to open up through the chest. Now, lots of different variations. So I got a deep anterior tilt right here. I want you to pull your low belly in, right? So you're engaging through the low back. And then take the arms forward, but like sweep through the air, like you're gathering energy and length through the side rib cage, right? So bend the knees even more, right? Not just taking your hips back. You're gonna bend your knees, but keep your chest lifted. Nice. Now lift your chest even more. More. Exhale, forward fold. Hopefully you appreciate that forward fold right now. Good. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale. You're going to step the left foot back. Now I do suggest for this one, maybe you get your blanket, tuck it underneath the left knee. And you're going to climb up onto the right thigh. And I want you to press your right thigh down. And as you do that, you're going to pulse in and out a couple of times. So you're going to push into the right thigh, push into the right heel to lift your belly away from that thigh. Feel a little bit of cat happening into the upper back. Take a nice deep inhale. And then exhale. Start to sink the hips forward. From here, you're going to reach. Hopefully your block's not that far. You're going to bring your left hand onto your left block. You're going to open up through the chest. You're going to push down through the right heel. Now, if you feel wobbly here, take your right foot to the right. Make space. And you're going to take that left block up, and you're going to put it right beside your outer left ankle. Press down through the right heel. Feel the low belly draw in. If you can get your palm on the block, fingertips are pointing towards the back of the room, so the shoulder blade opens, or the front of the shoulder head opens. And then you're going to reach the right arm up. Once again, if you feel wobbly, take your right foot to the right. Okay? But try to keep all four corners pressing down. Just because we could all use a little more support, especially around the neck, bring your right hand and cradle your head. Breathe. Start to open up through the chest. Hug your right hip under for stability. You're there. There's nowhere else to be right now. Be here. Power in the legs. That's your foundation. Expansion in your spine and your chest. It's innovation. One more breath of appreciation. Good. To come up safely. Right arm comes back, chin to the chest. Push off the block. You can take it back the same way, or you can come around. Both blocks are going to come into play right now. Shift it back. Ardha Hanumanasana, half splits. Find a little bit of peace in the pose. All right, we're going to shift and we're going to twist that back bend out. So from here, you're going to take your blocks. You can put them on high, medium. You're going to step the blocks forward. And I want you to tuck the left knee behind the right knee. And start to squat on down. Now your squat, depending on your knees, might not be very low. That's fine. Or you can take it all the way to the ground. Yeah. So your left knee will come to the ground. Right fingertips to the right side of the mat. If the floor feels far away, you've got your block. You can bring it with you. Big breath in. Stretch that left arm up to the sky. Exhale, left elbow to the right knee. Bring it across your heart and breathe. Yeah, beautiful. The upright variation looks like this. You can keep it down. Once you're down, it feels good. Heart lifts. Good. Come back out. So there's a lot of places to grow there, but we're just gonna come back to here and root down. Big toes come together. Exhale, fold. So the first chair was from the sky. This one's gonna come from the earth. Thumbs come to the hip flexors. Press the thumbs back, bend the knees. Keep the chest by your thighs. Draw the shoulders back. Reach the arms forward just like we did and just lift your low belly off your thighs. Okay, it's intention. Lift the heart, lift the chest, butt down. One more breath. Good. Exhale, forward fold. Appreciate the fold. Inhale, halfway up. You'll step your right foot back. Low lunge. You can bring the blanket underneath that right knee. Hands will come onto the left thigh. Round through the spine. Okay. If you're off balance here, you're definitely going to be off balance when you go into the back bend. So kind of give yourself the space that you need. From here, you'll shift your hips forward, grab the right block, reach up and over. This is just gonna help open up the rib cage to get deeper into the back bend. Block comes down. Find the stability on the block, open up through the chest. Weight is in the left heel. Press the left heel down, reach the left arm up. Cradle your head. It's like you're trying to extend the cervical spine, right? Allow the hand to support your neck and breathe. So last little thing, outer hips hug in. Once you find that stability in your glutes, then you're like, whoo, the spine has endless possibilities. At least metaphorically. Two more breaths. Good, left arm comes up. Exhale, reach the right arm around, low belly pulls in. Hands come on either side, be on the block, so it just gives you more space. Half splits. All right, shift forward. Ground through your left foot, reach your blocks forward, kick up your right leg. Shiva squats. Knee comes behind. Now you can stay upright because honor this side. Otherwise, you're coming all the way down onto that right knee. Left hand comes over. You can sink the hips down, big breath in. Exhale, find the twist. You uncurl your toes, you can get a little deeper. Yeah. See if you can take your bum back. Steady on down the line, lose every sense of time. Take it all in, wake up that small part of me. Day to day, I'm blind to see and find how far. Good, lift it back up. Exhale, feet come down. Move the blocks out of the way. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, step back to down dog. Last back bend. Knees come down to the ground. Start to lift your chest. Pelvis comes forward. Salambasana, deep breath in. You're going to stick out your tongue and you're going to look up and you're going to roar. Ha! Let's try that all together. All right, so it's to clear your kind of cobwebs out of the head, and it's gonna make you feel crazy. Good. Nice deep inhale. Ha! One more. Tongue all the way up and look all the way, or all the way out and look all the way up. Nice deep inhale. Ha! Oh, good. Child's pose. Gently roll on up. Swing your legs around lovingly. And slowly roll on back. Arms reach out. Legs reach forward. Breathe into all the space that you cultivated in the joints. Exhale, knees will hug into the chest. We're gonna take the work out of the back. Do a little more release in the hips. So I invite you to not use your hands, right? So just let go of your hands. They could come out into a T. You're gonna place your left foot on the mat, the right ankle on your left thigh, figure 4. And I know we do this pose all the time. It's a beautiful pose and we're used to grabbing. Don't grab, right? You're just gonna use the legs. That left knee will hug in. And you can start to kind of do little circles around your sacrum, your low back, to kind of find areas of stretch that feel good. So it's more of a dancing, not a fidgeting. Just figuring out your moves for this moment. And once again, yeah, there's alignment in practice and certain goals we're trying to meet, but you are the only one that lives in your body, and sometimes you might need a little of your own treat. And we're gonna get a little deeper into the twists. You're gonna drop the knees over to the left. That right foot will kind of land sole down onto the left. You can breathe there. Just pressing the left or right ankle into the left knee. Good, and then bring it back up to center. And then the right knee will go to the right, and that right foot will help that left knee stretch out the left hip. Just for about another 30 seconds, you can play back and forth. If you love the hold, by all means, don't let me take that away from you. If that's what you need today, you can go into that. And you're gonna come back to center. You're gonna just reach for the pinky toe edge of your right foot or your right ankle or even behind your right knee. And you're gonna let go of the left foot. It's gonna come back to the mat. You're gonna come into half happy baby. Your choice. You can keep the knee bent. Just gives you a little more space to work on that right side. Or start to stretch the left heel out. Good. Now hug your right knee into your chest. Exhale, twist to the left. So use your left hand to guide it over there. Where do you want to work today? Do you need it more in the back? Do you need it more in the chest? Send your breath there. You direct the energy in your body. Inhale, come back to center. Hug both knees in just for a breath to feel neutral. And then the right foot will come to the floor. Left ankle crosses onto the thigh. If you have any woes in the knees, flexing the foot will help. And then you bring the knee in and just start to explore pressure points in your low back, on your hips. Start with just kind of the circulating area of the low back and the sacrum, and then we'll get a little deeper in the twists. You're going to go to the right first and bring the sole of the left foot down to the right side of your mat. Pressing the ankle into the knee, opening up the hip. And then come back to center. And go to the other side if you haven't already. The idea is your guide, your teacher is awakening. And your mind is responding to that true self. You are your own master. Play around with that. And then you'll come back up to center. Sweetly grab that left foot or ankle or knee to open up. Half happy baby. Bring your right foot to the floor. So half happy baby on the left side. The illusion of symmetry from left to right. So if you played with straightening the leg the first time, play with it here. And then you hug the knees into the chest. Oh no, we forgot the twist. Just hug your left knee into the chest, extend the right leg, and twist. It's that last little twist. Maybe this time, where is the body asking for attention? And if it doesn't need any attention, maybe just rest in that beautiful relationship, balance, steady mind, open heart, sweet breath, whole body. Inhale back to center. Last little squeeze in. If you want the double happy baby, feel free, or just hugging the knees in. And this is, you are in the transition zone to one of the most challenging poses in the practice. And so we're transitioning into that final relaxation state, which is challenging, but very important. Starting to move there. You can use the blanket underneath your head. Blocks in the blanket can make a bolster. If you want something that's not around you, I can bring it to you. This is where we let the Sushumna channel, the nervous system, your spine, all of that that travels through it, take over. Feeds into the muscles and the joints. Allows the body to go into the parasympathetic mode. The mind can rest, reset. Savasana. Wiggle your toes and your fingers as you bring the breath back into your body. Breath never left your body. As you bring the awareness back to the breath. Intuitively stretch into the space that you take up. In your own time, roll to the right, solar side, holding space for the sun and the light within as we walk out into the cloudy day. In your own time, you'll push yourself up to seated. Once you get up there, eyes heavy. You're going to make a gentle fist with your left hand, so thumb on the outside, place it just below your belly button. Cup it with your right hand. Take a nice deep inhale. Exhale everything through the mouth. If you'd like to join me with Om, we're going to inhale, and as you exhale, you're going to Om and bow. Deep breath in. Feel the seal at your fist, sealing the practice in, the vibration in, the goodness in, the guidance within. You have everything you need within. Slowly rise, hands to the heart with grace and gratitude. Namaste.